I'm Mr. Christopher. This is my world, and this is Roasting the Dead. Welcome! It's the winter of '78 out here. We're all drowning in snow. Good thing I can swim. But I'm gonna warm the dead up with some roasts. Join me. This angel over here is like, those people are being bad. They've been bad ghosts. Go get them. I will. Come on. Snow is so... Yeah, it's so white. It's a great way to put it, thank you. He was the man, so where are we gonna bury him? He was the man. Well, obviously bury him near the beer. You gotta bury him near the beer. He was the man, and he loved the beer. And you know what? Also, bury him near the chick. Make sure you bury him near a chick. He loved his chicks. How'd he die? It was a strain. He had a huge strain. So, it took him, gave him a heart attack.
I know what you're thinking. That whole man's story right there, right buried, right all there. The man next to the beer with his chick, and he died of a strain of the heart. I mean, what are the chances of all that? I'm telling you, just words on stones. Just words on stones. None of those people were real. None of them. The man, beer, chick, strain. Come on, we're just digging holes and putting stones with words on them at this point.
Talk about being buried, huh, guys? Huh? Look at these two. Talk about being buried, huh? Right, guys? Because you're buried twice. You're underground and you're under snow. Crazy. That's just adorable. He looks tucked into his beautiful little bed. He looks like he's just peacefully sleeping, and he's got tucked in with a nice white cotton blanket. Look at him. He's so comfortable in his nice little beautiful bed.
I just came up with the best alarm clock idea. It's called the Tucked in Jesus alarm clock. And what it is it's a Jesus, and he's sitting up in a bed, and then you tuck him in to bed with a nice cotton blanket. When you push him down, his eyes close and his hands go like this, and the blanket comes up over him. And then when it's time for your alarm to go off, when he wakes up, he goes, "I'm not tucked in anymore. I have risen. Time to wake up. Time to wake up." Tell me that's not a freaking great idea. The Tucked in Jesus alarm clock. That was a collaborative idea with that dead person and the snow. So I don't know the name on that dead person's grave because it was covered. But, we'll say it was probably like a McLaughlin or a Connolly. I see a lot of those around. All right, let's keep roasting. Let's keep going.
Hey, Bruce, so when you gonna live again? Probably never, because that's not how life works. You live, you die, and then you never come back to life unless you're like, I don't know, Jesus Christ, apparently, or if you're Mr. Christopher, you just don't die because you're a vampire unless someone seeks you out and puts a stake through your heart or, throws garlic in your face, then you might just pass away. 1916 to 2002. Elise. She was either a sweetheart or a cunt. You think when it was this guy's turn to do things, he would always say, "my gurn," instead of "my turn"? He would say, "my gurn." Probably not, huh? Probably definitely not, huh? Jesus gave you snow. I said Jesus gave us snow. Jesus gave us snow. That's kind of a rendition on a Sam Cooke song. But anyway, I'm sick of all this snow. I'm moving to Syracuse, California.
I never said I was a geologist major, but I will say that I thought Syracuse was in California. And if it wasn't in California, I assumed Florida. Syracuse is a sunny word. It's not a cold word to me. I didn't know it was in New York. Upstate New York, cold and alone. Ugh. Screw Syracuse. I thought it was a nice place. Who knew? Syracuse, more like I ain't going there anytime soon, accuse. Right? Okay, let's just keep rolling. I got a few more in me. I got some more. Maybe I got a story to tell. Who knows? Let's see what other roasts I got. Let's go.
Ding dong! Ding dong! Who's there? It's Belle. Belle who? It's the bell. Answer the door. Ding dong! Did you bring the schnitzel? Oh, I thought you said schnitzer. My bad. Good to see the freezer works in this kitchen. because of all the snow. It's frozen. How are we ever going to have babies again? The seminator is dead. Not the seminator. This guy spread his seed like nobody's business. The seminatore. I'll be back to come.
The seminator? The seminator. Are we joking with ourselves? How are people getting away with names like that? How are they getting away with names like that? That's you're not a real person. That's one of those some rich guy put a name on a stone and thought that's friggin' hilarious. The Seminator. People are gonna think that a guy named the Seminator is buried here. That's some evil elitist millionaire things to do. I mean, if I had the money, I'd do stuff like that too. But like, wow, the Seminator? Get on the chopper! We're going to the urethra! Get, I'll be back. Or what does he say? I will come on your back. Jeez. Graphic. Didn't mean to get graphic, but they started it. The Seminator started it. Get in the chopper. We got to make it to the egg. All right, I'm done. Seminator? That's not a real name. I'll show you a real name. I found this name in the cemetery and I was like, that guy's a real guy right there. That guy really died 100 years ago. I'll show you his name right now. I'll show you. I think it's Michael. It's Michael something. You'll see.
Michael McCaffrey's the realest name. This guy definitely existed. Michael McCaffrey. Hey, I'm Michael McCaffrey. 1841 to 1914, and his wife Ann Tig. 1842 to 1896. R.I.P.
Michael McCaffrey and Tig McCaffrey, those are real names. Those people existed over 100 years ago, for sure. They've been dead for over 100 years now. Michael McCaffrey specifically has been dead for 112 years. And his wife's been dead longer because she died at the age of 54. I believe it's at 1891, was it? And then he died in 1914 at the age of 74, 20 years later. I don't know how they died. I'll probably never know how they died. I'll probably never know anything about Michael McCaffrey and Ann Tig McCaffrey and who they were as people, because the people that knew of the people that knew them at all are probably dead, you know? So that's like the people that knew them are definitely dead. The people that knew them are probably dead. And then the people that knew the people that knew the people that knew them are probably dead too. There's so much death in Michael McCaffrey's life. But that was over 100 years ago, so what does he care? You know, he's just there being bones with his wife and eternal love forever. And that's a beautiful thing. So I hope it was nice. I hope you enjoyed meeting Michael McCaffrey and Ann Tig. They're real. Now, the Seminator, yeah, I don't know about him. He may not be a real person. Let's do a couple more roasts and then get out of here for the day, right? Let's get on to it. Let's do some roasting.
Oh no, it's Mario's arch nemesis, Wario. If you listen with your heart, you can hear me whisper, I love you always. Creep. All pets must be on a leash. Please clean up after your pet. I'm assuming this dog was sick. How do you clean up pee? Shovel it to the side?
Imagine taking your dog to the cemetery and letting him just poop all over the graves and pee all over the graves. Imagine. But you know, there's nobody worse than the person who takes their dog for a walk and then picks up the dog's feces with a plastic bag and throws it on the path. They never throw it in the forest. They throw it right on the path. And it's like, first of all, the plastic bag situation, you're an idiot. You are an idiot. The poop is fine. Let the poop be on the ground. That's fine. I don't know who in the Jew created picking up your dog's poop with a plastic bag and then leaving it on the natural path anyway, but they made millions and millions off of idiots. But I don't know. That's neither here nor there. I just cannot stand those people. I don't know. I want to say they're worse than the people that let their animals poop and pee on graves. I think that is a thing. I think they're worse than the animals that poop and pee on graves. The people that pick their poop up with plastic bags and throw it on the path are worse than the people that let their animals pee and poop on people's graves. Because you know what? At the end of the day, the pee and the poop is fertilizer. And, it's not like the dog is like, I hated this person. I'm pooping on his grave. Maybe the dog is thinking that. I don't know. I'm not a dog whisperer, so I don't really know for sure. But I'm assuming that the dog isn't thinking that, or the cat, or the lion, or whatever, or the pig, or the cow, whatever animal you may be walking. You know, I can't. You don't want to be too suggestive of just one animal. Today's world. My dog identifies as a chimpanzee. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, just let that chimp poop on the grave over there then. But no. Anyway, yeah, that footage you just seen was from a cemetery. You just couldn't see the graves because they were all covered with snow. That sign shouldn't exist because honestly, you shouldn't even have dogs in the cemetery. It's not a dog cemetery. They should make dog cemeteries where you can walk your dog through. That would make more sense. Because some people are buried in the cemetery, they don't like dogs, and now that's when it's disrespectful. And you don't even know. Michael McCaffrey might not like dogs, but he died over 100 years ago, so I'm not sure. I'm assuming he did. He probably liked wolves or raccoons. Who knows what Michael McCaffrey liked? We don't know because he's been dead for so long. The people that even knew him are also dead, and we'll never find out any information about Michael McCaffrey or a lot of these dead people for that matter. But that's neither here nor there. You can't get hung up on the fact that we'll never learn all the information about all the people that have ever died in the world. That's just not going to happen. But with that said, that's the end of Roasting the Dead with me, Mr. Christopher. I hope you enjoyed. Um, that's that. I'll see you for our connoisseur tomorrow, and I hope you have a lovely evening and enjoy the snow and get out there and take a walk and shovel and build a snowman and bye. Mr. Christopher, you crazy.